They whispered of pearls, shimmering treasures born from the nebula's heart. But when I found them, the women who lived and breathed its stardust, I knew the true treasure wasn't what I came for. It was them. That my name is Kalen Thorne, and my luck, like my ship's primary thruster, was on its last gasp. A prospector, a geological scout, a man who chased whispers of mineral wealth across 1,000 dead rocks. I was now down to my last few credits and a desperate, whispered rumor: the Nebula Pearls of the Cassiopeia Veil. Not just any nebula, but an uncharted, dangerous expanse of cosmic dust and gas, forbidden by all major galactic authorities, rumored to hold crystallized forms of pure nebula energy. Priceless, a cure, a catalyst, a ticket to a life free from the cold grip of debt. My ship, the Stardust Wanderer, was a relic, its hull patched more times than I cared to count, its sensors straining against the raw, unrefined energies of the veil. The nebula itself was a spectacle, a vast, swirling canvas of incandescent purples, deep blues, and ethereal pinks, its gases coalescing into impossible forms, like cosmic mountains and shimmering rivers of light. It was beautiful, terrifying, and utterly alien. My internal monologue was a constant stream of calculations, energy fluctuations, radiation spikes, asteroid density. Locate the thermal vents. That's where the pearls would crystallize. My desperation was a burning fire in my gut, eclipsing all caution. This was it, my last chance. I piloted the Wanderer deeper, navigating by instinct and the sheer stubbornness of a man who had nothing left to lose. My long-range scans picked up faint energy signatures, localized anomalies that indicated extreme crystalline formation. A promising sight. The coordinates led me to a hidden pocket within the nebula, a small, vibrant world, not a planet, but a cluster of colossal, floating crystalline islands, suspended within the nebula's heart, bathed in its ethereal glow. Bioluminescent flora, pulsing with soft, internal lights, clung to the crystalline rock, their roots seemingly drawing sustenance directly from the nebula's energies. The air was thick with shimmering motes of energy, tasting of ozone and something sweet, otherworldly. It was a place of profound, unsettling beauty. My instruments screamed with energy readings. Nebula pearls, pure, untouched. They covered the crystalline surfaces, shimmering with their own internal light, reflecting the nebula's vibrant colors. They were even more beautiful than the legends described. Small, multifaceted crystals, pulsing with soft, inner light, like captured stars. I deployed my automated drone, its manipulators ready to collect the precious cargo. My hands trembled with a desperate excitement. This was it, the fortune I had dreamed of, the end of my long, lonely wanderings. But as the drone whirred closer to a cluster of the largest, most radiant pearls, a pulse of energy, soft yet firm, radiated from the crystalline island. The drone sputtered, its systems failing, then simply drifted, inert. My controls went dead. My heart hammered. Not a malfunction, something else. Then they emerged. From within the vibrant, bioluminescent flora, from behind shimmering crystalline formations. They were not cloaked. They were simply there, as if they had always been part of the landscape. Four of them. All women. And they were exquisitely beautiful, their appearance seamlessly woven into the ethereal beauty of the nebula itself. Their skin faintly shimmered, iridescently shifting like stardust, reflecting the nebula's vibrant purples, blues, and pinks. Their eyes were not just reflective. They were the nebula, pools of swirling cosmic colors, deep blues fading into vibrant purples, shot through with pinpricks of light like distant stars. And their hair, it wasn't hair at all, but translucent strands of pulsing energy, flowing around their faces like living nebulae, shimmering with an inner light that pulsed in sync with the ambient energy of the islands. They wore garments woven from the same bioluminescent flora, flowing gracefully around their perfect forms, adorned with pieces of raw, unpolished nebula pearls that pulsed faintly against their skin. They moved with a serene, almost fluid grace, their steps leaving no discernible prints on the crystalline surface, as if they were beings of pure energy themselves. They radiated a calm yet resolute guardian spirit, a profound connection to the nebula's energy. Their allure was otherworldly, a mesmerizing blend of ethereal beauty and the raw, untamed power of the cosmos itself. The one in the lead, her hair a cascade of shimmering purples and blues, her eyes reflecting the deepest hues of the nebula, stepped forward, her gaze, serene yet unwavering, fixed on me. She radiated an aura of ancient wisdom, of a profound understanding that transcended my material-driven existence. My internal monologue, usually so grounded in logic and greed, was silenced by pure awe. Who are they? The legend spoke of pearls, not people. Not this intruder. Her voice resonated, not through my comms, but directly in my mind, a soft, melodious chime that seemed to echo from the very heart of the nebula. It was utterly devoid of malice, yet held an undeniable authority, a serene warning. You seek what is not yours. I'm a prospector, I projected, my mental voice trembling, trying to regain some semblance of my usual confidence. I came for the Nebula Pearls. They're unaligned resources. A second woman, her vibrant pink hair flowing like liquid energy, whom I perceived as Lyra, glided closer. Her eyes, filled with swirling constellations of light, fixed on mine. They are not resources, her voice, equally melodious, resonated. They are the crystallized essence of the veil. They're our life, our connection, our sacred trust. A third, her skin shimmering with golden motes like captured stardust, whose presence radiated a calm, protective energy, Seraphina, gently touched the drone. The intricate patterns on her skin, like faint, glowing constellations, pulsed softly. The drone, without any physical input from me, slowly folded its manipulators, retracting into its compact form, then settled gently into my outstretched hand. A silent demonstration of their control over the nebula's energy, over my technology. You trespass on sacred ground, the first woman continued, her voice unwavering. You seek to take what sustains us, what sustains the veil itself. My mind reeled. Sacrosanct? Sacred trust? They collected and cultivated the pearls, using them as an integral part of their life, culture, and perhaps even their physiology. This was not merely a resource deposit. This was a living, breathing ecosystem, and the pearls were its heart. The alluring power of their profound wisdom, their serene understanding of the nebula, was undeniable. This was not material wealth. It was a connection to the very fabric of the cosmos. And I, the desperate prospector, was suddenly faced with an ethical dilemma far greater than any financial gain. My thirst for fortune had clashed, head-on, with sacred duty. And the mesmerizing beauty of these women, the living embodiment of the nebula itself, threatened to change me forever. My journey into the heart of the Cassiopeia veil had taken an unexpected and profoundly transformative turn. The drone, now inert, hovered beside me, a silent testament to their power. The Nebula Weavers, as I instinctively named them, stood before me, their forms shimmering with the colors of the veil. Their serenity was absolute. Their eyes, reflecting the cosmic ballet of the nebula, held a profound ancient wisdom that made my earthly ambitions seem childish. Crude. My internal monologue, usually driven by profit margins and extraction protocols, was now overwhelmed by awe and a terrifying realization. These aren't just indigenous inhabitants. They are extensions of the nebula itself, its consciousness, its guardians. We perceive your intent. The first weaver, whom I later learned was named Alara, projected into my mind, her voice a melodious chime that seemed to echo from the very heart of the nebula itself. Her hair, a cascade of purples and blues, pulsed in time with the ambient energy. A hunger for the material, a disregard for the sacred. I did not know this place was inhabited, I stammered, my mental voice laced with a genuine humility I rarely felt. Or that the pearls were living. Lyra, her vibrant pink hair flowing like liquid energy, glided closer. Her eyes, filled with swirling constellations of light, fixed on mine. The veil lives. The pearls are its essence. We are its caretakers. Its memory. Seraphina, her skin shimmering with golden motes like captured stardust, gently touched the drone. The intricate patterns on her skin, like faint, glowing constellations, pulsed softly. The drone, without any physical input from me, slowly folded its manipulators, retracting into its compact form, then settled gently into my outstretched hand. A silent demonstration of their control over the nebula's energy, over my technology. You trespass on sacred ground, Alara continued, her voice unwavering. You seek to take what sustains us. What sustains the veil itself? What do you want from me? I asked, my mental voice humbled. Alara's gaze was unwavering. To understand. To learn. To witness the true nature of the veil. And to cease your desecration. We offer a choice, Kalen Thorne, Lyra added, her voice soft but resolute. You may depart, leaving the veil undisturbed, taking only your ship. Or you may remain, as an observer, to learn our ways, to see with our eyes. If you prove worthy, the offer, a choice between the crushing weight of my past failures and a profound, terrifying plunge into an utterly alien existence. My internal monologue, usually so cynical, felt a strange, compelling pull. Worthy? Worthy of what? Their trust? Their knowledge? Their unique existence? My mercenary motives warred with a burgeoning sense of awe. The lure of the pearls, of untold riches, was still there, a faint echo in my mind. But the profound beauty and serenity of their existence, their almost spiritual connection to the cosmos, challenged everything I had ever believed about power, about wealth, about purpose. I will stay, I projected, the words feeling right, almost destined. I will learn. Alara nodded, a subtle gesture of acceptance. Then welcome, seeker of the shallow. May the veil illuminate your path. They led me deeper into their hidden colony, a marvel of bioluminescent architecture carved from the living crystalline islands, seamlessly blending with the environment. Structures woven from light and solidified stardust, their walls pulsing with soft, internal glows. The air was alive with shimmering motes of energy, thick with the sweet, ethereal scent of the nebula. Their way of life was harmonious, ritualistic, entirely centered around the Nebula Pearls. They collected them, not with brute force, but with a delicate, almost reverent touch, harvesting them from hidden pockets where they coalesced from the nebula's densest energies. They used the pearls not as currency, but as an integral part of their daily lives, to power their subtle light, to heal their ailments, to communicate with each other, their minds seemingly linked by the pearls' resonance. I saw women with small pearls embedded directly into their skin, glowing faintly, their eyes reflecting the nebula's vibrant colors with an intensified brilliance. My initial interactions with them were a study in silent observation. They communicated primarily through subtle mental projections, through shared sensations, through gestures that conveyed complex meanings. I, the man of words and logic, was forced to adapt, to shed my reliance on verbal communication, to learn their language of energy and intuition. Alara, the leader, became my primary guide. She would show me how to sense the subtle currents of the nebula's energy, how to distinguish the different resonances of the pearls. Her wisdom was profound, her patience immense, yet her serenity was absolute, unwavering. Her hair, a constantly shifting tapestry of purples and blues, seemed to respond to her emotions, flaring subtly with increased concentration, dimming with a contemplative stillness. Lyra, the joyful weaver, with her vibrant pink hair, showed me their methods of cultivation, how they nurtured the nascent pearls, guiding their growth with a delicate touch, releasing purified energy back into the nebula to maintain its balance. Her laughter, a silent, joyful chime, infused these lessons with a lightness that dissolved my lingering doubts. Seraphina, the silent protector with stardust skin, occasionally guided me in their defensive practices. They did not wield weapons in the traditional sense. Instead, they channeled the nebula's energy through the pearls, forming shimmering shields of pure light, or redirecting destructive energy surges from rogue asteroids. Her movements were graceful, precise, her unwavering resolve a testament to her fierce protection of their home. Her presence, a constant aura of calm resoluteness, offered a sense of security I hadn't felt in years. My attraction to them escalated, becoming dangerous, profound. It wasn't just their ethereal beauty, their shimmering skin, their nebula eyes, their energy hair. It was their collective consciousness, their deep spiritual connection to their environment, their unwavering dedication to their sacred duty. They were the living embodiment of the nebula itself, its wisdom, its power, its serene harmony. The soft, almost spiritual eroticism of their unity, of their effortless grace, was intoxicating. I was being transformed, subtly, irrevocably, by the very fabric of the cosmos. That my internal monologues, once filled with the mechanics of survival, now explored profound ethical dilemmas. Was it right to exploit such a resource? To violate such a sacred connection? My old life, my old self, felt distant, almost alien. I was shedding the skin of the mercenary, embracing a more profound existence. Then, the harmony of the veil began to shift. A new resonance, harsh and discordant, pulsed through the nebula. Not a natural phenomenon. This was an intrusion. Alera's voice, usually serene, was sharp with urgency. They come, the Void Reapers. They seek to claim the veil's heartlight for themselves. My heart hammered. Void Reapers, a notorious corporate mining fleet, known for their brutal efficiency, their ruthless exploitation of unaligned resources. They stripped worlds bare, consumed nebulae for their energy. They were the antithesis of the Nebula Weaver's sacred duty. Seraphina's stardust skin pulsed with increased luminescence, her eyes burning with a fierce, protective fire. They have pierced the outer layers. Their drills, they tear at the veil. Lyra's pink hair flared, its energy strands dancing erratically. They do not understand. They will unbalance the veil. They will destroy its heart. My human knowledge, my understanding of corporate tactics, of advanced mining technology, suddenly became crucial. They'll use sonic drills. I projected, my mental voice sharp with renewed purpose. Target the densest energy pockets. They'll extract the pearls with brute force, without understanding the delicate balance. Alera's gaze, clear and unwavering, fixed on me. You understand their hunger, their methods. You have walked their path. I did, I admitted, a grim realization. But I don't anymore. The veil itself seemed to respond to the intrusion, its vibrant colors swirling with distress, its energy currents becoming erratic. This was not just a threat to the Weavers, it was a threat to the nebula, to its very existence. And I, the former prospector, was caught between my old world and my new, sacred duty. Alera extended a hand, her gaze piercing. We will defend the veil. Our home. Our life. Will you stand with us, Kalenthorn? Will you protect what you have come to understand as sacred? The choice was clear. The thirst for fortune, the materialistic drive, had vanished entirely. In its place, a fierce loyalty, a profound connection to these women and their sacred duty. My personal transformation was complete. I was no longer merely a prospector. I was a guardian. And the looming conflict, a desperate defense of the pearls, of their home, was a fight for the very soul of the cosmos. My transformation had begun, and the intoxicating allure of a profound, symbiotic existence had claimed me, body and soul. The Void Reaper's drills bit into the nebula, their harsh, discordant hum a grating assault on the veil's inherent harmony. My internal monologue, now a focused stream of tactical assessment and grim determination, confirmed their destructive intent. These were not mere miners. They were cosmic parasites, consuming without understanding, leaving ruin in their wake. Alera, her purple and blue hair flaring with intensity, projected an image into my mind, a map of the nebula, overlaid with the Void Reaper's drilling patterns. The stark red lines of their exploitation were tearing through the veil's delicate energy currents, disrupting its natural flow. They seek the densest concentrations of heart light. Her voice resonated, strained, without reverence. They will bleed the veil dry. Lyra, her pink hair shimmering with agitated energy, pointed to a shimmering area on the map. They target the nursery of souls, where the nascent pearls take form. They will kill the young light. Her voice, usually so joyous, was filled with a deep, sorrowful anger. Seraphina, her stardust skin pulsing with a fierce, protective glow, stood poised, her gaze fixed on the approaching threat. We will not allow it. The veil will not be silenced. Her calm resolve, in the face of such overwhelming power, was awe-inspiring. My human knowledge, my understanding of corporate tactics, of advanced mining technology, suddenly became crucial. Their drills rely on localized energy dampeners to stabilize the drilling zone. I projected, my mental voice sharp with strategy. If we overload those dampeners with a focused burst of chaotic nebula energy, we can destabilize their drilling platforms, force them to retreat, or destroy their equipment. Alera's eyes, reflecting the nebula's churning colors, fixed on me. Can you lead such a strike, Kalenthorn? Can you harness the Veil's raw power, unfiltered? I can, I replied, a grim determination in my voice. My heart hammered, not from fear, but from the intoxicating thrill of defending something sacred, of fighting alongside these mesmerizing women who embodied the spirit of the cosmos. The plan was daring, simple, and utterly dependent on my ability to channel the raw, untamed energy of the nebula. Lyra would act as my guide, her profound connection to the Veil allowing her to sense the precise energy conduits we needed to tap. Seraphina would protect our approach, forming shimmering shields against the Void Reaper's long-range scans. Alera would coordinate the larger defense, her serene power stabilizing the affected energy currents within the nebula that we moved, a small, resolute unit, through the shimmering corridors of their living colony. The air was thick with tension, with the discordant hum of the Void Reaper's drills. Their main drilling platform is near the heart of the Veil, Lyra projected, her pink hair flowing around her as she navigated through a maze of bioluminescent crystalline formations. The closest dampener is here. She pointed to a shimmering wall of nebula energy, faintly pulsating that we reached the target. A colossal drilling platform, its dark metal hull an obscene intrusion into the vibrant nebula, was boring relentlessly into a rich vein of nascent pearls. Its localized dampeners hummed with an oppressive, sterile energy, silencing the natural resonance of the Veil. My internal monologue was a quick calculation of risk and reward. One shot, one chance. Kalenthorn, Alera's voice resonated, serene yet firm. The Veil extends its trust to you. Be its conduit. Be its fury. I raised my hands, palms open, focusing my entire being. Lyra placed her hands on my shoulders, her touch light, yet a powerful conduit. Her pink hair flared, her eyes, filled with swirling starlight, concentrating. I felt the raw, untamed energy of the nebula surge towards me, flowing through Lyra, through my hands, through my very being. It was overwhelming, intoxicating, a torrent of pure, unrefined cosmic power. My skin shimmered with iridescent light, reflecting the nebula's vibrant hues. My eyes, too, began to glow, pools of shifting colors that I directed the surge, focusing its immense power into a concentrated burst, aiming for the drilling platform's dampener. The energy coalesced in my hands, a blinding, shimmering ball of pure nebula light. With a roar that tore through the very fabric of the Veil, I unleashed the torrent. The beam of pure, chaotic nebula energy slammed into the drilling platform's dampener. The hum of the dampener shrieked, overloaded, then exploded. The platform convulsed, its dark metal groaning under the immense, uncontained energy. Alarms blared, red lights flashing. The drilling mechanism shuddered, then violently imploded, sending a cascade of superheated fragments raining into the nebula. The Void Reapers, caught off guard by the unexpected counterstrike, scattered, their smaller extraction vessels retreating in disarray. Their drills, silenced, ceased their destructive hum. The Veil, wounded but defiant, began to mend itself, its vibrant colors swirling with renewed intensity. My body trembled, drained, but filled with a profound sense of purpose. I had fought for them, for the Veil. I had used its power, not for profit, but for protection. My transformation was complete. The mercenary was gone. The Guardian had emerged. Alera approached me. Her eyes, filled with the nebula's deepest colors, now held a profound gratitude. You have honored the Veil, Kalenthorn, she said, her voice a soft, melodious chime. You have become its champion. Lyra embraced me, a silent, joyful connection, her pink hair flowing around me like strands of pure energy. Seraphina nodded, her stardust skin pulsing with a quiet pride. The threat had been repelled, for now. The pearls were safe. But the taste of this profound, symbiotic connection, the exhilarating power of becoming one with the very fabric of the cosmos, had changed me forever. My internal conflict between old loyalties and the appeal of anarchic freedom had ended. I had found a deeper, more profound freedom and sacred duty, intertwined with the mesmerizing power of a living nebula. And the captivating power of these women, the living embodiment of the veil itself, had claimed my soul, forever binding me to its ethereal beauty and its ancient, sacred purpose. The Void Reapers had retreated, their damaged fleet limping out of the Cassiopeia Vale, leaving behind only the scars of their attempted exploitation. The harsh, discordant hum of their drills faded, replaced by the soft, steady symphony of the nebula's healing. My internal monologue, once consumed by strategic calculations, now drifted in profound contemplation, absorbing the vastness of the cosmos, the intricate beauty of the veil's recovery. My body, though weary, vibrated with a newfound energy, a subtle resonance that mirrored the nebula's own hum. My skin, now permanently iridescent, shifted with faint, shifting patterns of light, reflecting the veil's vibrant hues. My eyes, once dull human gray, now held the swirling blues, purples, and pinks of the nebula itself, seeing not just light, but the subtle currents of energy that flowed through all things. I was no longer Kalen Thorne, the prospector. I was something more, something intrinsically linked to the veil. Alara, her purple and blue hair glowing softly, guided me to the deepest, most sacred part of their colony, the heart of the veil. It was not a physical location, but a nexus of pure, raw nebula energy, a colossal, living crystalline formation that pulsed with an almost blinding, internal light. Lumina, the free-floating, ethereal beings of pure light, congregated here in shimmering clouds, their silent dance a testament to the veil's boundless energy. This is the source. Alara's voice resonated, serene and profound, echoing the thoughts of the entire collective. Where the veil's consciousness is clearest, where new life begins, and where our ancient ones sleep. She showed me, through direct mental projection, the process of the pearl's birth, not a geological formation, but a living crystallization of the nebula's highest energy. Tiny motes of stardust, imbued with the veil's life force, slowly coalescing into the vibrant, pulsating crystals. It was a cycle of creation and consumption, a profound, beautiful dance of symbiotic existence. Lyra, her pink hair shimmering with joy, demonstrated how they communicated with the heart of the veil, how they drew sustenance from its pure energy, how they released their own life force back into its boundless flow. We are its children, her voice chimed, filled with a sacred reverence. Its echoes, its guardians. Seraphina, her stardust skin radiating a tranquil resolve, explained their history. They were not born of flesh, but of light and energy, manifestations of the veil's ancient consciousness. Their existence was woven into its fabric, their purpose to protect its delicate balance, to ensure the continuous cycle of creation. Their allure, once rooted in their ethereal beauty, was now a profound, almost spiritual connection. The mesmerizing power of true unity with nature. My material ambition, my thirst for fortune, had vanished entirely, leaving behind a vast, yearning emptiness that only the veil could fill. The ethical dilemmas had resolved into a profound acceptance of sacred duty. I was a guardian now, bound to an eternal vigil, my purpose inextricably linked to theirs, to the very fabric of the cosmos. But the victory, the repulsion of the Void Reapers, had left scars. The veil, though recovering, bore the marks of their destructive hunger. Faint tears in its energy currents, small pockets of dead space where its life force had been drained. And some of the nascent pearls, the young light, had been corrupted, their internal glow dimmed, their vibrant colors dulled. The balance is wounded. Alara's voice resonated with a subtle melancholy. The greedy ones, They do not understand the sacred exchange. My human knowledge, my understanding of technology, found a new purpose. The Void Reaper's drills, for all their destructive power, left behind energy signatures, patterns of consumption. I could use my unique understanding, my ability to bridge the gap between their organic methods and my technological insights, to help heal the veil, to help it purge the lingering contamination. Over the next few cycles, I worked with Lyra, combining my understanding of energy fields and data processing with her intuitive connection to the veil. We analyzed the corrupted pearls, identified the specific frequencies of the Void Reaper's drills that had caused the damage. We devised a counter-frequency, a subtle resonance designed to purify the corrupted pearls, to mend the tears in the veil's energy currents. The process was delicate, painstaking. I would place my hands on a corrupted pearl, focusing my consciousness, channeling a purified resonance, feeling the subtle energies flow through me, guided by Lyra's gentle, unseen nudges. Slowly, agonizingly, the dim glow of the pearl would return, its vibrant colors blooming once more. My fascination deepened, transforming into a form of profound spiritual reverence. I was not just fixing machines. I was helping to heal a living, breathing cosmos. The symbiotic allure of these women, their profound connection to the nebula, became a part of my very being. I was living and breathing stardust, my existence interwoven with the universe's grand design. The veil slowly began to recover, its vibrant colors returning, its energy currents flowing with renewed strength. The corrupted pearls regained their luminescence, their brilliance restored. The silent ballet of the lumina returned to the heart of the veil, their movements filled with a renewed grace. My transformation was profound, complete. I was no longer human, not truly. I was a bridge between worlds, a guardian of the veil, my body imbued with its stardust, my mind resonating with its ancient wisdom. Elara approached me one cosmic dusk, her nebula eyes holding a profound serenity. "You have healed the veil, Kaelin Thorn," she said, her voice filled with a melodic grace. "You have embraced its truth. You are one of us." Lyra, her pink hair shimmering, offered a rare, gentle smile. Seraphina, her stardust skin glowing, simply nodded, a silent acknowledgement of my acceptance. The episode concluded. The pearls and their home were saved. But I was forever changed by the experience. My old life, my old self, was a distant, irrelevant memory. I had chosen to stay, abandoning my old life, embracing a new, profound purpose. I was a guardian of the veil, forever marked by its beauty, its wisdom, its immense, living power. And the lasting allure of this more profound existence, of becoming one with the very fabric of the cosmos, was my eternal reward. My thirst for fortune had led me to a treasure far greater than any gem. It had led me home,